players wandering around in the middle of the map. GuemChi has a pretty good scout on where Horangi's army is moving, but I don't think he has quite enough to attack it just yet. But critically, right now, GuemChi is setting up to expand at the northeast position, and it looks like Horang2 has finally scouted that out. Just 2 cannons defending that right now. But if he's able to continue mining at that 4th base, he's going to get himself in a very nice position against Horang2. So Horang2 has to do something very quickly while he has a little bit of a production advantage, and while GuemChi is transitioning into 4 bases. It looks like Horang2 is pressing in right now, and he's sending a lot of units up towards that northeast position. Some good storms by GuemChi, I believe, on most of those zealots, but there are just a ton of zealots out there for Horang2, and he's using those, and he's chasing all of those dragoons away. GuemChi once again forced to fall back, and it looks like he is going to be falling back all the way into his 3rd expansion, so that 4th expansion is very vulnerable right now. Horang2 is moving most of his units, and he is up the ramp and going to be attacking that natural expansion. And if he just focus fires on that nexus, he should be able to take it down. It looks like, however, GuemChi might be going for a counterattack. No, he is going to try to defend. Actually, a 2-pronged attack coming here for Horang2. I really like this, attacking both the 3rd and 4th base. Takes out at least one of the cannons at the 3rd. It looks like the 2nd cannon is going to be able to go down. That nexus at the northeast position is going to definitely go down. So GuemChi definitely losing 1 base and also being thoroughly harassed at this other base. So Horang2, it looks like, is not going to quite be able to take out that 3 o'clock base from GuemChi, but that northeast expansion is definitely going down. Oh, excuse me. Meanwhile, Horang2 has put down his 4th base over the natural expansion of the northwest spawn position. So Horang2, in just a matter of seconds, once he gets some probes up there, will be at 4 bases, while GuemChi has lost his 4th base and been harassed at his 3rd. That 3rd is weak and pretty ready to be taken down. GuemChi has transitioned and built at least 1 or 2 Dark Templars, and that first DT is coming in to that new expansion from Horang2. Already 1 kill, 2 kills, 3 kills. Horang2 really needs to figure this out. It looks like he is bringing a couple of units out and starting to micro his probes, but still 5 kills already, I believe, on that DT. The first cannon is out. So he's going to be able to get a little bit of scouting information, but Horang2 has to focus fire, and he doesn't before that cannon goes down. So that DT is still out there grabbing kills on those probes, I imagine. Maybe he finally took that down. But Horang2 now, with a very massive army in the middle of the map, it looks like he is going to be trying to surround... Oh no, he's still not gotten this DT, so this huge late game DT from GuemChi already with 14 kills, and you know, and it's still going to be able to get away. It looks like he's heading up into that northwest position. It might be able to snipe down a Dragoon that's setting out for an expansion. A lot of High Templars sitting out there in the open for Horang2, and 3 of them die from some great storm placement by GuemChi. So GuemChi starting to take a little bit of an advantage, at least in terms of small battles, doing a lot of damage at that 4th expansion from Horang2, and then doing a nice those nice storms to take out those High Templars from Horang2. However, Horang2 just has way too much of an economy right now for GuemChi to keep up with. GuemChi is trying to once again set up a 4th base up in the northeast, actually in the natural expansion area this time. But Horang2 has this massive army that is just chasing down anything that GuemChi has. Once Horang2 realizes that this base is up, and it looks like he has just now, he is going to send in a task force to take out that base once again, and I think he will be successful in doing that. GuemChi fighting for his life, using some nice storms in the middle of the map to try to take out Horang2's huge Dragoon force, but I don't know if it's going to be quite worth it for him right now, just because he is still down a base, and it looks like those Zealots have been able to take out all the defenses up at that northeast base, and will be able to slowly take it down, because there's no way that that GuemChi will be able to get any reinforcements that way. GuemChi and Horang2 both mined out at their main bases. I believe Horang2 is mined out his natural expansion as well, so getting pretty low on economy. Except he has 2 bases, 2 extra expansions set up, while GuemChi is just on his natural expansion, which has got to be very thin if it still has anything, and his 3rd base there at the 3 o'clock position. So Horang2 in a pretty nice pretty nice position. That one hero DT from GuemChi is still hanging out over in the northwest. It looks like Horang2 might have actually put down an expansion all the way in that spawn position in the northwest, but that one DT is still hanging out trying to block any probes that might get transferred over there, try to pick off a couple of them there, but there are cannons over in that base to protect it from that DT. But still, wow, Horang2 now pumping out just a ton of High Templar. I don't know if he's going to go ahead and morph them all into Archons. Yes, he is. And that's going to be 5 Archons supplementing his army very quickly. And that is probably going to be the beginnings of doom for GuemChi. Horang2 in a nice position right now. He still has a strong standing army in the middle of the map. GuemChi is locked down into his base. He cannot get any forces out because Horang2 has a pseudo-contain just outside of that natural expansion's bridge, and it looks like Horang2 is going in for the death blow right now, leading with his Zealots, Dragoons following, and High Templars are going to be in the mix shortly. GuemChi once again with some pretty nice storms on that bridge, but that group of Archons has crossed over, and at least 3 of those Archons made it all the way. I don't know if there's more coming or not, but those Archons are pushing all the way into the natural expansion. It looks like that natural expansion was still mining, and that is almost definitely going to go down right now. GuemChi GG's, Horang2 getting his 2nd win of the season with just great base denial, basically. You know, GuemChi went for sort of a massive army strategy in the middle of the game, and then Horang2, you know, after he realized that GuemChi did that, went for an even bigger army strategy, putting down like 12 or 13 gateways and just pumping out units, and those that extra army advantage was able to get him the game. So Sparkyz going up 2-0 early on in this match against Woongjin Stars. Yeah, awesome. We're going to move on to Game 3.